Hi, here we are with Harwich Conservation Trust's monthly update. I'm Michael Locke, Executive Director, and with me is Matt Cannon, Director of Land Stewardship. And we're here to give you an update on all the interesting happenings that we have going on at Harwich Conservation Trust, thanks to such wonderful support from everybody in Harwich and even beyond the borders of Harwich. Right off the bat, we've had so much in the way of some beautiful wintry landscapes, but it's hard to believe that's pretty much in the rear view mirror for a lot of us now with the rising temperatures. But we've had some amazing photography shared by Mark Zielinski and his daughter Willa, who went out on a hiking adventure here in the Sand Pond woodlands. Isn't that just beautiful? That's a beautiful area, don't you think, Matt?
It's a beautiful area at many different times of the year. You get a great view of the Herring River, especially in the spring. A lot of birds call that area home.
You can see these photos and many more at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. These three photos you've just seen are color, but Mark and Willa also captured many of these images in black and white. They almost have really an Ansel Adams feel to them. And we have a beautiful photo video show of Mark and Willa's work. And we hope to have more of their work at our website soon. We're very grateful to all of our volunteer photographers who share their images that they find out on the landscape of habitats and wildlife. Really helps tell the story of why land preservation is important. Speaking of land preservation, we also have an interesting land stewardship endeavor underway with an ecological restoration effort at the 66-acre Robert F. Smith Coldbrook Preserve right on Bank Street in Harwichport. You see these old culverts that dot the landscape where Coldbrook, the stream that runs through the series of wetlands on the property, meanders south eventually into Saquatucket Harbor on Nantucket Sound. Well, why were these culverts here? Well, the landscape has really been, has a history of cranberry farming. And when the trust acquired the property back in 2001, that farming had pretty much come to a stop, and the trust actually investigated if it was possible to bring cranberries back on some of the landscape, but found it to be cost prohibitive because of the very volatile and depressed cranberry market. There's a lot of oversupply of cranberries coming from the Midwest and Canada, which is really pushing down prices. And that's leading some growers to seek alternatives for their lands by selling them to towns or land trusts. That's what happened back in 2001. Fast forward to now, we've been working on this ecological restoration project, and we have some partners involved. Matt's been very active in the process as well. You want to share some of your thoughts?
Sure, yeah, and a lot of this preceded my time, but currently we're working with the Division of Ecological Restoration. It's a state agency. They have some great biologists and scientists who work on hydrology connection. And we're also working with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is another great partner. So we have a lot of support for this project, and we're looking forward to seeing how we can restore this area and connect hydrology and fish runs among restoring wildlife habitat.
People can find out more at a presentation we're holding at the Community Center, 2 p.m., Saturday, February 25th, where we will have Eric Ford, an ecological restoration specialist with the state's Division of Ecological Restoration, sharing the latest thoughts on the planning and ecological design process for this Coldbrook Eco Restoration Project. Or you could visit our website to learn more. It's exciting as it unfolds. We have some events coming up. A wonderful event Saturday, March 25th, the 8th annual Meet Your Local Farmers event, which we co-sponsor with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. It's free, open to the public. All ages enjoy this event where about 50 different farm exhibitors and farm-related groups share what they know and love about the landscapes under their care, what they grow out there. They'll have products available for sale, It's just a really fun event. You've been to that event a couple times.
Yeah, and I learned that there are a lot more farmers and people growing things in town than I could have ever imagined. It's really a great opportunity to meet them in person, see what they're doing, where are they. You can ask them questions. How do you make cranberry
Jelly.
chutney? Or
yeah.
It's really a great community event leading up to spring and summer.
That's a good point. And there will even be some live animals there. In the past, we've had some Scottish Highland cattle, some chickens. We even had a wonderful lamb and sheep there, I think, at one point in time. So you never know what animals will be there on display for folks to get a good look at in person, as well as obviously all of these wonderful exhibitors and the products that they create on lands across the Cape. We'll have some local farms from Harwich there as well, Cape Cod Lavender Farm, Pleasant Lake Farm. We'll have Leo and Andrew Kakunis's Cape Farm Supply, and many others. So come on down, again, Saturday, March 25th, right in the gymnasium of the Harwich Community Center. Noon, coming on down at high noon, and we'll be there from noon till 3:30 with all of the farmers and farm-affiliated groups. It's going to be a great time. A little bit before that, a few weeks before that, we'll have our live owl program. Again, 11th year. Isn't that amazing? And people just enjoy coming out to it every year, as we do also enjoy it. Marcia and Mark Wilson join us. They're the owl educators, presenters. You'll see them pictured there. Mark, on the left there, being a retired professional photographer with the Boston Globe, he opens the program with some amazing photography of owls in the wild. And then after that, they bring out the owls. You'll see up to 7 different species of owl live up close. I mean, really, it's rare to see owls in the wild. Maybe you hear them, right, every now and then at dusk. But this is a great program, isn't it?
Every year, and I've seen it probably 5 or 6 times, and multiple times a day. And I always pick up something new. And now I can actually identify the great horned owl that's in my backyard somewhere. So it's a great opportunity to learn and see these animals up close, which are really difficult to see in nature, as you say.
Right, and proceeds from the event benefit our land-saving efforts, including protecting wildlife habitat for local owls. All of these owls have permanent disabilities, so Marcia and Mark carry special permits to allow these owls to live out their natural lives and to bring them to these unique educational experiences for everybody to enjoy. It's not recommended for under age 5, but ages 5 to 11, $5 each, ages 12 to adult, $10 each. And you're going to see a really great less than 2-minute video that we're going to end on that'll give you more details on the live owl program coming up Saturday, March 4th. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you
for being here. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next month. Coming up soon on Saturday, March 4th, is the Live Owl event. 3 different programs, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 3 p.m. You can reserve online at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, or just come on down and pay at the door. Marcia and Mark Wilson will be the naturalist educators that will share their personal experiences with these owls and talk to us about their behavior and biology. The admission price helps us preserve more land, including wildlife habitat for our local owls. And we hope that folks who do get a chance to see these owls up close and come to our other events learn more about our land-saving work and how they can help us make a difference. Come on down, get a real up-close experience.
I love the screech owls. My favorite owl was the snowy owl.
Each one had its own unique things that I loved.
It's really cool. It's always nice to learn about Cape Cod wildlife.
Yeah, I enjoyed the pictures. I will listen to owls more in my backyard. I would recommend the owl show to my friends.
I would recommend this program today to everyone, children, seniors, everyone. Enjoyed it immensely.